Hey everyone, I'm back with another video. We just recently hit 100 subs, and so I thank every one of you for subscribing. Let's try to get to 1,000 by the end of the year, hopefully. But anyways, that aside, I'm gonna talk to you about what you all came here for. Rias. For those of you that don't know what High School DxD is, which you probably know what High School DxD is if you're clicking on this video, because this video is probably mainly going to go out to just High School DxD fans, because that's what because if you look at other High School DxD content in this algorithm, you're probably going to push it towards you. But basically, Rias is the main female character in the show, so you would think for being the main female character that she would be in a lot of fights and shit, and she would be like one of the best characters in the show, especially for being the little sister, the ruler of the underworld, and being known as the Ruin Princess. So, that's a lot of potential right there for her to be a really cool character, you know? With a heavy heart, I tell you, this bitch just doesn't do shit, not gonna lie. But listen, before all you horn dogs come at me in the comments, how dare you disrespect my queen? I like Rias as a character. I don't think she's a bad character, but I think she just doesn't really do that much in fights or in general. And I will say she's a good leader, but she was hyped up to be this super powerful being that doesn't really do much. So yeah, I'm gonna make a video talking about all of that and how I think they should have made her character better. So without further ado, let's get into this video, and also make sure to follow my Twitter I just made. I tweet on there sometimes a lot. Hope you enjoy. So when it comes to the character of Rias Gremory, I think she's her greatest in season 1. She gives us a more of a mistress type vibe, in my opinion, that is and she seems extremely powerful and intimidating, and she seems like she could be one of the top tiers of High School DxD. We also shown that she is a pretty good leader, as she does the best she can plan for the fight against Riser, where to even almost beat him despite, the odds, even though he does end up winning at the end. So season 1 had her off to a good start. She like I said, dominant mistress type vibe, which I liked, who seemed to be very capable and an excellent leader, and pretty intimidating from what we've seen when she went up to Rainier. She had Rainier kind of shaking in her boots, and she also had some depth to her character, not her motivations, not wanting to be seen. She didn't want to be seen as just her family name. She wanted to be seen as just more. She wanted to be known as Rias, not just for her Gremory name. I don't know if that makes sense. I think the way I'm wording it just sounds weird, but Rias, honestly, in season 1 was a really good character, and if they just kept writing her like they did in season 1, she would have been the best written female character in the entire show. But that's not where it went. Let me explain. So even in season 1, once we get to the Riser part, we start to see that Rias isn't exactly in the top tier, because Riser is stronger than her. But even still, we can still see the potential, and she's still showing to be a pretty good leader, being even despite the odds for being outnumbered, she's still able to get close to beating Riser, who's a stronger devil than her. And there seems to be potential for her, because she's just a young devil that hasn't really fully unlocked her potential yet. So you would think that we would start to see this potential later on in the series, right? Well, no, that's not what happens. Let me continue to explain. So when it comes to Rias, remember how she actually did a lot of shit during the fights in the first season? She killed many of Rainier's comrades in one shot, finished off Rainier, and held her own against Riser for a little bit while Ossie was healing her. And she only gave up because she couldn't kill Issei. Well, in the rest of the series, she barely fights at all. I guess in season 2, she kind of helps fights against Cerberus and Kokobile, although she doesn't really do much, and she fights against some fodder in season 3. But we don't really see her participating in fights a lot after season 1, and it really just makes her seem really weak compared to the other members who participate in more fights. Also, she's not as bad as Akino. Yeah, Akino, Akino, I think, is probably the best written female character, but just fights, Akino, I don't think I've ever seen her do anything. I think I think she, from what I've heard, she had a moment with her father in the light novel where they killed I don't know if it killed him, but they kind of helped him with Fafnir and stuff like that. And I guess, like, Akeno never. No, Rias isn't about Akeno in the second segment, but both Rias and Akeno are really bad when it comes to just they don't do shit in fights. And it's supposed to be the two strongest people in the peerage, but I'm getting sidetracked here. But like, she does some stuff, I guess, with Cerberus and Kokobile. And I think she fights some fodder in season 3. But we don't really see her participate in all. And like, she becomes less intimidating and loses her like mistress like type vibe with Issei. She just kind of falls madly in love with him, and it becomes the main part of her character. Her jealousy towards other girls, whenever get Issei's attention, and obsession with him kind of just takes over her character. And she no longer seems intimidating, or like she just kind of like seems like she's just head over heels over Issei. Like that kind of just takes over, and like it becomes her main character thing, and then kind of like you don't really see her do anything in fights because it's all about Issei now. I love Issei, and I like Rias as a character, but it just pisses me off. But what really pisses me off that we were so close to getting an awesome moment from Rias that could have showed us the true potential of Rias that we were waiting to see. Because you see, when Issei was thought to be dead in season 3, which I believe to be volume 7, Rias seemed to be releasing this powerful type of energy. Which said she was typing into her potential as the Ruined Princess, the energy of destruction. And it seemed like she was about to unlock some new cool form, which was going to use to absolutely obliterate Loki and Fafnir, which would have been awesome. Do we get that? No, because as Rias is powering up, all of a sudden, Issei just comes back because of some random Phoenix from Ravel, but I don't even think was set up, if I remember correctly. I think Ravel just had it. I think it was just there, which just pissed me like the fuck up. And he just comes back, and then he saves the day with Mjolnir and whacks Loki with it. Listen, like I said, I love Issei, but he should have been presumed dead for longer. Just because, like, we could have gotten this moment with Rias, and they basically just fucking blue balled us. This actually might be the biggest fumble when it comes to the plot of a story and when it comes to the characters. Like, they fumbled a bit. Like, why wouldn't you let us? Why wouldn't you want us to see Rias's potential? Like I don't. It's just like I'm just mind-boggling. Now, what would his power been? Maybe. Well, since it's power of destruction, in my headcanon, I feel like maybe this power would be something like Shigaraki's in My Hero, where she could just disintegrate and erase shit from existence on maybe like a citywide level. And maybe she could even like do some shit like Hakai, where like she could like just point at you and be like, I'm gonna erase that motherfucker from existence. Although there probably needs to be some sort of like limit to these abilities, or like some caveats, because that's kind of an overpowered to have, because at that point you can just go to any random motherfucker that the characters are fighting and be like, how do you spell it? I don't even remember how you spell it, but yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Valley, like, I'm just gonna start fucking erasing everybody at that point. But yeah, like, there's anything you could do so much with power destruction. Like, it's so vast what you can do with it. But like, I think Rias has so much more potential, and that's what the main topic of the video was. She just had so much more potential. But anyways, that will be all for this video. I admit I've not really read into the light novel that much yet, so I don't really know if it changes on later where Rias is more powerful. From what I've heard, I think it's still a no. Also, just heard me correctly, I haven't read that much of the light novel, despite using features from the light novel in my Issei vs. Devilman video. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna admit that I simply just looked up the feats for that video, and to be honest, it was a pretty low quality video that I just made quickly. And I'm surprised that Issei vs. Devilman video got so many views, because it was kind of shit. But and the research I did was probably not that accurate anyway, since I used Versus Battles Wiki as a source. But in later videos, I will make sure that only Power Steel anime characters in anime, manga, and light novels I've fully read. I guess unless I were to make something like a video on just specifically anime Issei versus someone else. But like, yeah, with that giant yap session aside, Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.